A lighter is one of the most essential items in any survival scenario and will make your life a whole lot easier when it comes to get a fire going. Now there's different kinds of lighters, but the main two I'm going to discuss today are probably the most popular: a standard BIC lighter and a classic Zippo lighter. A ferrocerium rod, also referred to as a fire steel, is another essential piece of gear you should always bring with you in addition to a lighter. So I won't really mention that too much in this comparison. So which of these two lighters will do the better job in a survival, bug out, or camping scenario? Well, I'll discuss the upsides and downsides of each one. First, I'll start with the Zippo. It's a classic lighter, made in the USA, right in Pennsylvania. Always nice to see that. The sounds and the clicks of it are very iconic. Compared to the BIC, it looks a lot cooler and classier. But as much as we might want it to be the case, looking cool doesn't really help with survival. A nice thing about these is they're refillable. You take out the cartridge and you pour your fluid in. The wick and flint are also replaceable. Another great thing about this lighter is it stays lit as long as you have it open. This means you don't have to hold it down when trying to light something. If a material is not igniting right away, you can hold the flame on it. And the flame is also more resilient to wind on the Zippo. Definitely an important aspect in harsh environments. And you can control the size of the flame depending on how far the wick is pulled out. The biggest downside, which for me kills the Zippo for a bug out style bag, is that it leaks. If you've ever owned one of these, you know that it doesn't take long for the fluid to evaporate out and you're left with an empty lighter. Now, depending on how much you put in, it may only be a couple months. That's a big deal breaker. Throw it in a bag and forget about it. When you need it most, you forgot to fill it every few months, so now it's dead. The BIC lighter is just the lighter to take. It's just simple. Compared to the Zippo, you have to hold down the button. Might also be a little harder to operate in the cold, but the main advantage to this is it holds the fluid for, I don't even know, a long time. I've had a BIC lighter sitting in a drawer for at least the last 5 years, and it's still full. A BIC you can throw in a bag and have it good to go years later. And that alone makes it the better choice for me. Just one less thing you have to worry about. When's the last time I filled my lighter? A plus is the BIC is also lighter in weight than the Zippo, if you're keeping track of ounces. For the weight of one Zippo, you can bring 2 BICs with tape wrapped around each. The BIC may not be as durable as the Zippo because it's plastic, but there still are techniques to light if the BIC is smashed. This is how my lighter looks in my bag. The safety cover on the wheel is popped off, making it easier to light, and there's some tape wrapped around it. Why the tape? Well, tape is a very, very versatile thing to add to any bug out bag. You can make repairs with it, or you can tear off some and use it as a fire starter and help preserve your fluid. If you don't already have a lighter in your bug out bag, why not? But also, I would recommend adding a decent sized ferro rod as well, because that's much less likely to fail on you than a lighter. Might be a little harder to get the fire going with it because it's not a direct flame, you're just throwing sparks, but it's extremely dependable, and with the right material it lights up no problem. And look, I'm not saying the Zippo is bad. It's a fine lighter and it's good as long as you refill it here and there. I'm just saying throwing in a bug out bag or survival emergency style bag might not be a good idea over a BIC because of the evaporation issue. Well, thanks for stopping by to watch this video. Leave a like if you thought it was helpful and subscribe for future videos. Good day now.